Hello, I'm Jim from Come Play With Us, and in this video I am going to be doing a partial playthrough of The Return to Dark Tower, specifically with the Covenant expansion. Now in this game I will be playing the Revenant Astromancer, which is a new character in the Covenant expansion. And this character is a little bit more complex than the ones in the base game. They have a set of spells. They get to pick a number of spells depending on the month it is for each, and you can use them once a month. They can upgrade to get these invocations. They have these shield tokens. So there's they got a lot going on. So we'll take a test run with this, along with the other Covenant expansion. Okay, to start the game, I've got most of the game set up here. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get the whole tower in the shot. I'll do my best here, but you know, it's not really super important to see the entire tower. And I've got this, I've sold this idea from, you know, another reviewer, another playtester, another YouTuber, to use the Lazy Susan here, so that'll make that easier. Yeah, I'll see how that goes. Okay, this game is app driven, so to start the game, you have to start the app, and the app does connect to the tower. They're kind of linked. So let's start new game. The tower is turned on, so then it'll sync to the tower. Okay, there it's connected. And I'll just calibrate it. And the tower will make a bunch of beeping noises and stuff will turn and all that kind of thing. Okay. Tower is ready. Okay. And so now you pick if you want to play competitively or cooperatively. I've never played this competitively, so I'm playing cooperatively. I'm playing solo, so. And then you kind of pick which expansion. Now, the interesting thing about this game is I do have both these expansions. You can only play with one of the expansions at a time. You cannot mix them. So I'm going to pick the Covenant expansion. And I'll ask you to pick your player count. Okay, so now you're going to pick which adversary you're going to go against. So this will be the kind of boss monster. So I will play... What am I playing here? Oh, actually, this is picking the main goal. Sorry. Oh, this is the adversary. So oh, this sounds pretty cool. Raiders of the Lost Tomb. Okay, let's do that one. So this one, the tower is protected by a spectral spirit that haunts a lost tomb. Building monuments will help Haken triangulate the tomb's location, build 3 monuments to reveal the secret dungeon, then complete it. Oh, since might as well do that one as part of the expansion. Now we pick the the main adversary. Okay, so which one are we gonna pick here? Okay, I'm gonna pick Izza the Exile. Cold and cunning Izza has returned from exile to rule the land once more with his cruel decrees. We'll take that guy. Okay, now we're gonna select a level 2 foe. So these are the small monsters. I'm gonna go with the Spine Fiends. And then I'll select the level 3 monsters, which I'm going with the Clan of Neri. And for the level 4 monsters, I'm going with the Dragon. Okay, so that's everything that you need to select to start the game. And we start. And that's going to give me some setup instructions. Okay, so we got to place 2 skulls on each sanctuary and citadel. So notice on the board we have a number of buildings, 4 in each section. And so the sanctuary is this one, the citadel is this one, and there's kind of 4 regions on the board. So we got to put 2 in each of those buildings in each of the regions. And this is my starting region, the east, so that will be my home region. Okay, so that's all the skulls. Okay, so I'm going to get Haken as a companion. So there are cards for all the companions, so I'll just find Haken. So here he is. So he's got a special ability here. I can spend 2 potions to gain the top card of the treasure deck. And I can do that once per turn. And then he gives me 2 wild advantages on spaces with buildings. So I'll talk about that later when I tell you how all that works. And then on the back here, just kind of like a little description of who he is. So Forge and Alchemical Haken, the Artificer, is crafting an alchemical bomb to blow a giant hole in the side of the tower, gather ingredients for his creation. And then the event that he'll insert an event into the game that will the app will pop up every once in a while, and so he changes gears into potions. That's kind of the event he gives you. So I will put that beside me here. It's my ally. Okay. And now we're going to spawn some monsters. So I got a Spine Fiend here. And he's going in the plains of Plovo. Now it'll tell you I'll tell you where kind of he goes. So in the west, I'm looking in the west here. And then it'll actually show you the spot. It's going to go there. And then I've got one in the north, in the Tower Scarred Desert. And one east in the Three Rivers. Down here. And then I got a level 2 monster in the south. And the Mountain of the Watchers. Here. Okay, and now we're going to spawn monuments. So that's a new thing in this one. So the monuments will replace the base buildings. So it'll show you here which building you need to replace. So this is the Arch of the Golden Sun. So you'll get a card for that. So at the beginning of the game, before you build it, you leave it up this side. So this will tell you what you need to do to put an offering on this monument, and then when there are 3 offerings on this monument, it'll flip, and then you'll get the ability. It'll be built, and you'll get the ability of it. And this one will go in the east, and it's replacing the bazaar in the east. So they'll go here in the Three Rivers. So you remove this building from the game, and you're going to replace it with a foundation. Oh, that's the wrong foundation. I guess there's a specific one. Right. And I'll keep these kind of maybe over to the side here so I know what I got to do to put offerings on those things. Okay, so the next one, the Argent Oak, is going in the south, and it's going to replace the Sanctuary in the south. Any skulls that were placed on those, just go back to the supply. The foundations do not get skulls. Here's the Argent Oak. So the offering here is to gain a corruption. And third one here in the north, we are going to replace a village with the Endless Necropolis. Okay, this one, we got to spend or lose a treasure. How does that one look like? And the last one will go in the west, and then there we will replace the Citadel, and it's going to be the Hissing Groves. And again, the skulls will go back to the supply. That one we have to defeat a foe in a space adjacent to the tower to put an offering on that one. Okay, and now we got to put out Wasteland. So we're going to put out Wasteland in the tundra in the north. And another one in the Pearl of the North, in the north as well. And in the east, at Lesser Tombstones. And also in the east, in Big Sister. In the south, the Cloister. And Pine Barrens. And in the west, Delmshire. And the Empty Glade. Okay, then we get our first event here. Creeping Doom. Doom pervades the land. Drop 2 Doom Skulls into the tower, then press continue. Okay, so Doom Skulls are new to the expansion. Same with the Wasteland. So the Doom Skulls are black skulls, and basically these cannot be removed. Once they're on a building or in a square, they can't be pulled out. So drop 2 of those in the tower. Okay. Hey, Rayla's Lost Tomb. The tower is protected by a spectral spirit that haunts a lost tomb. Building monuments will help Hakan triangulate the tomb's location. Build 3 monuments to reveal the secret dungeon, then complete it. So the goal is to build 3 monuments to reveal the Lost Tomb dungeon, and then complete the dungeon to summon the adversary. That's the main goal of the game. We do that, and then we win the game. Okay, and then we'll start with month 1. Okay, so I'm just going to go through before we start and explain some of how this game works. Okay, so how do we win this game? We win this game by completing the main goal. So in this particular game, we're going to be trying to build the monuments, which fits the expansion quite well. So I'll kind of show off the new expansion, which is all about the monuments, mostly. So that's how we win the game. How do we lose a game? We lose a game when a hero would gain their 3rd corruption. So you got space here on your board for 2 corruptions. If you get your 3rd one, you die, game ends. When the 6 months end, so if we go through 6 months, at the end of the 6th month, if we have not completed the main goal, we lose the game. And when you have to take a skull from the supply, and there are none. So if we run out of the white skulls, if we run out of the white skulls, because there are black skulls in this game, then we will lose the game. Okay, so that's the how winning and losing. So how does a turn go? So basically you follow the app. So the game has months, and so we'll go through 6 months. The first month we won't get an event or anything, so it's kind of a simple month. And so in the first month there's no quests to do, and we just have the main goal. Since it's just a one-player game, you know, it'll just be me taking turns. And anything you do, anytime you change state in the board that relates to the game here, like killing a monster or anything, you will enter it in the app, and that will affect how things go. Okay. Specific to me, the Revenant Astromancer, which is a new character. At the beginning of the month, I will be picking spells to activate for that month, and the number that you can activate is equal to the month number. So since we're in the first month, I can pick one of my spells to activate. So I've got these spells here. So we'll look at the ones I got. So I've got Soothing Word. So that one hero on your space replaces a corruption with a new one. So I can swap a corruption. Or a Friendship. When you reinforce at a building this turn, you can treat it as any building. That's kind of cool. Bounty of the Gods. Look at 3 random quest items. Gain 1 at the end of your turn. Return it to the quest item deck. So I can get a special quest item for the turn. Winds of Change. Put any number of treasure from the market on the bottom of the treasure deck, then refill the market, so that it can basically cycle the treasure market. Bestow Blessing. 1 hero gains a blessing. So those are also new cards in this version in the expansion. So blessings give you 1 free wild advantage that you can use, but these don't hang around. They disappear at the end of your turn, so they're kind of like use them or lose them during your turn. So that's pretty good. And then Ritual of Warding. Place a protection token on your space. Okay, so the protection token are these tokens here, and how they work is you put them on a space on the board, and it'll prevent Wasteland from appearing there, or foes. So if Wasteland or foes would appear on that spot, you remove the token instead. Since there's no event there, that's not going to do me much good. I think the best one is this reinforced one. So I'm going to activate that one. So that will let me treat any building, whatever building I end up in, to reinforce. So I can use any of the building's abilities. So how does the turn go? So at the start of the turn, you activate your special banner action, which is different for each character in the game. So mine is remove a skull on an adjacent to my space. And then in the middle of your turn, you can do these in any order. So you can move 3, and you can split that move as needed. Or you can spend a spirit token here to double your move. It's up to 6. And then you can do a heroic action, which is either fight, cleanse. Cleanse is removing the skulls from the buildings, or quest. And then after you do one of those things, you gain 2 spirit after. And the last thing you can do, as long as you're on a space with a building on it, is you can reinforce. And depending on which building you're on, you can do these abilities here. Each building has a free ability and one that you have to pay 5 spirit for. So at the Citadel, we can gain a potion for free, or you can spend 5 spirit to gain a virtue. I guess that's virtue is unlocking these. So at the beginning of the game, you have 3 virtues unlocked, 2 that are specific to your character, and 1 that is specific to the region you're starting in. So I'm starting in the East, so I'm the champion of the East, and I get this virtue, which gives me 2 wild advantages in hills, which are a special region on the board. So the Citadel lets you unlock your other. So you'll also have 3 that are locked, you'll see, and then so if I go to the Citadel and spend 5 spirit, I can unlock these locked abilities. The Sanctuary gives me 1 spirit for free, or I can spend 5 spirit to remove all my corruption. The Village, I can just get 6 warriors there for free, or I can spend a spirit and get 12 warriors. And at the Bazaar, I can gain a gear, which are these cards here that give you special abilities. And there's 6 different gear that you can collect, so that you can get one of those for free at the Bazaar, or you can spend 2 to gain a treasure. So that's one of the 3 treasure cards that are face up in the market. Okay, once you finish that, at the end of the turn, you're going to drop a skull in the tower, and then it'll go to the next player. That's the gist of the game. So it's a very straightforward round structure. The game does play quite simply. So what do these wasteland spaces do? So these wasteland spaces, they block you from moving through them. So if you move into a wasteland space, you can't move out of them until the next turn. Now, the other thing is they remove the terrain type. So these are not so this is no longer this terrain type. It is just wasteland. So we can cover up the terrain types here. So that's all those do. And then of course the terrain types, depending on your gear and your special abilities and stuff, will allow you to gain more advantages. What are advantages? Well, advantages are how you kind of fight monsters. So when you fight monsters, you kind of spend advantage. So when you're fighting monsters, you basically just lose things. And if you spend an advantage, you lose less things. And if you keep spending advantages, you can gain stuff depending, how many advantages you have to spend. I'll show you that as we go through. But yeah, basically advantages are good. That's how you fight things and do stuff. Okay, so I am starting in the east. So I am over here. So we're at the beginning of my turn. I can remove a skull on or adjacent to the space I am in. So I might as well just remove one of these skulls here. That's a pretty good ability because, one of the things you're going to be managing on the board are these skulls. Because, if you run out of skulls and you don't have a ton here, it was nice that 2 of the, 2 of the buildings that got taken out gave me 4 skulls back. So that was good. So this is a pretty good ability to be able to lose skulls like that. So the next thing I want to do, so I can either reinforce in the building I'm in, and it doesn't really matter what building I'm in, right? Because I can do any building. So I can either reinforce right now and then, then move and do one of these actions, which I might do. I only have 1 spirit to start, so I can only do one of the free abilities. So I can either gain, I've got the spell here, so I can use my spell. So I can either gain a potion, gain a spirit, gain 6 warriors, or gain a gear. So I think I will reinforce to start. The other thing I got to look at is these monuments, so I want to get these offerings. So these are the 4 things I need to do or end my turn with 2 or more foes on adjacent to my space. Right now, looking at the board, I don't really think that is possible. The foes are quite spread out right now. So we'll be doing that one. Gain a corruption. Okay, whenever I get that. Spend or lose a treasure. Don't have any treasure right now. Defeat a foe in a space adjacent to the tower. There are no foes adjacent to the tower right now. So can't really work on any of these yet. So I don't have to worry about that. So I think the good thing to do at this point, it'd be nice to get a gear or treasure is always a good first start. So maybe I want to look at what treasures are available here to see. So here we've got Azkul's Vamp bracelets. So at the start of your turn, you may place your hero in any space adjacent to the tower. If you do, you gain a blessing. Ooh, that's pretty nice. And that goes good with this fighting foes adjacent to the tower. This one is when you defeat a level 3 or level 4 foe, you may remove one of your corruptions or give another hero a blessing. And it gives you a beast advantage. So that's going to be useful later. And I won't be fighting level 3 or 4 foes quite yet. And this one, Tent of Revelry, I can reinforce in desert spaces. If I do, choose a non-monument building and use its effect. Oh, that's interesting. And then you get a wild advantage when you quest. I think I really want this treasure here. To gain a treasure, I need 2 spirit. I only have 1 right now, so it means I need to do my heroic action first. To get my 2 spirit, and then I'll have 3 spirit, and I can get this treasure. So, I can battle cleanse or quest. I don't want to cleanse, because you want to cleanse where there's lots of skulls, because you remove all the skulls from your space. And that can be in any space because of my spell. So I don't have to specifically go to the bazaar to get the treasure. So I think I can move 3 spaces. So maybe I will go to the sanctuary here. 1, 2, yeah, this 2 spaces away. So I can go to the sanctuary here. I'll do my cleanse. So it gets rid of these 2 skulls. So I'm done the cleanse, so now I gain my 2 spirit. So I get 2 spirit here. And then I will use this. So this, when I reinforce at a building, this turn I can treat it as any building. So I'll spend that. And I will spend 2 of my spirit. And gain this treasure. Okay. And you can carry up to 4 treasures. And then I'll replace. So the new treasure that's coming in is when a foe status changes, gain 7 warriors, and this gives you a beast advantage as well. Okay, so now that it's the end of my turn, the last thing you always do to indicate that it's the end of the turn is you drop a skull in the tower, and that will make the app move forward. Okay, so now we're getting into the events here. The tower awakens. Issa issues his first decree. He is benevolent and gives you the choice. Choose one. I can choose 2 piles of gear and remove them from the game. Wow. Or I can permanently reduce the treasure market by 1. That is nasty. Those are both nasty. Okay. I don't want to get rid of... You know, the first one I'd probably be considering if I had taken a gear instead of a treasure. But I think I'll permanently reduce the treasure market by 1. That's not half as bad as losing 2 gears. Okay, so that's the end of the first month. Okay, so I'll remove, I guess, the last one here. Put it at the bottom. So my treasure market is now going to be 2 cards for the rest of the game. Maybe I'll move that more into the camera now. The app was, you know, just looking out for me to make my shot easier here. Okay, so month ended. Continue. We're on to month 2. So month 1's always really fast like that. The next months are you'll get 2 or 3 turns per month. Okay, so now we're going to get our quests. So the first quest we have is Recruit Grigor. So he's a companion. This is a companion quest. Grigor takes to the hills to fight minions of the tower. Convince him to join you. You can harness his power. Task. Quest in the Greater Tombstones and spend 2 gear to gain Grigor as a companion. Okay, I don't even have a gear yet, so it's going to be quite difficult to do. Okay, so this quest is going to be in the Greater Tombstones in the east. So that's right by me. So I'm actually right in the quest location right now. So to indicate that, there's a little standee here, which probably won't show up very good on camera. So I'll lay it, you know, I'll lay it flat here so you can see it. So that's where I have to go do the quest. I'm there right now, but I don't have any gear, so that's not going to help me. It'll take me at least 2 turns to get the gear. Okay, so that's Grigor and Wag the dog. Issa raises the alarm for a false war to thin the ranks of those who would oppose him. Task. Quest in Anza and spend 3 spirit, or Issa will limit the supply of warriors. Okay, so this is the foe quest. So this is what you have to do, or adversary quest. And this is what you have to do to stop the villain. So this one I have to go to Anza, and that's in the west. So Anza's down here in the west. And so we'll put this there to mark that's where the foe quest is. And usually we'll have there's also one for the main goal, but in this particular scenario, we don't know where the main goal is. It's a hidden dungeon, so that's why that's not on the board for this scenario. Okay, so I think I want to do this one's more doable, and I think I want to do that one so that my warriors aren't limited. But that's way across the board for me. So that's going to take me a bit to get over there. So maybe I'll work on getting the gear as I make my way over there. It's going to take me a few turns here. So, I mean, I could technically move 6, but then I'll be spending the spirit I need to finish that quest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's going to take me a couple turns to get there. All right, so month 2 is going to begin. Alright, so I need to get 3 spirit and get over there. So, okay, banner. I can remove a skull in a space adjacent to me. I did not plan that well. There's no skulls adjacent to me, so I can't do that. I'm also surrounded by a wasteland right now. That is a bit of a problem. And I also have to get gear, which means I have to go to the bazaar. Oh, I forgot. It's a new character. So month 2, I get to pick 2 spells this month because it's month 2. So I will do this aura again. That worked out really well last time, so I'm going to take that one again. But in this one, I get to take, it's month 2, so I can take 2 spells this time. So the 3 random quest items might be nice. Treasure, I'm not too worried about that. Gaining a blessing. You know what? Gaining a blessing might be good, because especially if I'm going questing, getting an extra blessing for the quest. Okay, so I got those 2. Okay, so now I've got to make my way to the west, and I'm trying to get to bazaars on the way, so I guess I will go this way, since it's equidistant to go either way. And there's no wasteland blocking me in that direction. Okay, so I can move 3, and the bazaar is 4 away from me, unfortunately, but I can go to any building. So 1, 2, I can get to this building and then use my thing, and then, you know, I'll be adjacent to some skulls too, so that'll be good for my next turn. 1, 2, 3. So I'm in the upper ice fangs. Oh, there is a monster that is there's a monster that is adjacent to, I didn't notice that, to the tower. So at the start of my turn, I can place my hero in any space adjacent to the tower. And if I do, I get a blessing. So maybe I will do that. I will use my start of turn power here that I spent on. So I will move, I'll start my turn here, where this guy is. Because if I defeat him, then that's an offering I can put down. And then I can move here, or even get further along, maybe down here. So I'm getting closer to the west where I got to get to. Actually, from here, I can move 1, 2, 3 right to the bazaar I want to get to. And then I can buy, and then, by the way, monsters don't block movement or anything like that. You can just choose to fight them. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll fight this monster. Okay, so just for reference here. Okay, so that's desert that I'm in right now. The hills look like that. They're the dark brown color, and then mountains are the purplish. Lakes are obvious, and then forest, and then grasslands. Those are the different terrain types. So because I'm in a desert, this doesn't help me here. So I won't get any extra advantages. Oh shoot, I should have been looking at my starting abilities here. So when I remove a skull with my banner action, I get a blessing for free. So I should have had a blessing last turn. I wouldn't have used it anyways, but that's good to know. And at the start of each month, yeah, prepare the spell. So that's the other thing I've been doing. Okay. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to do is fight that monster. So I don't have any bonus advantages there. So I've actually got nothing for. Oh, I've got so I've got my companion here. He gives me 2 wild advantages on spaces with buildings. So that's not gonna help me either. Okay, so I got no real advantages. I can get I can get a blessing, which will give me 1 wild advantage for fighting that monster. You know, I've got some stuff here. I don't have a lot of spirit. So also the reference card will give you kind of a clue as to how to fight these guys. So it's a spine fiend, so it's magical and it's a beast. So if you have magic or beast advantages, those work well against this guy. He manipulates the tower, and he makes you lose warriors. So I've got 7 warriors there. Yeah, they're usually pretty easy. Heck, let's go for it. Okay, so let's fight that guy. Okay, so when you want to fight something, you go to the symbol here, and then it'll bring up the different things to fight. So I'm fighting a spine fiend. Okay, and then you're going to pick 2 of these cards to make it through, and then that's how you beat them. So that one, and that one, and now I'm going to make it through these 20 warriors. Oh, sorry, and before this, I was going to spend this card to get a blessing. And the blessing gives me a wild advantage for the turn. So yeah, definitely going to use that. So this is a critical hit, so it's not usually this bad. So I'll use my advantage for that, which goes down to 10 warriors. I guess that was probably not a smart thing to do. Actually, can I back that up? Because I'm not going to be able to lose 20 warriors. So how this works, so I can't lose 10. So I'll basically you lose everything you can, right? And then if you can't do the rest, then you get a corruption. So I'll get my first corruption here. So feverish, I cannot cleanse a building with 3 skulls. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so that's the first one. Now I lose 10 words. I can't do this one either, so I'm going to gain another corruption. This is not so good. So I'm 1 corruption away from losing the game already. Now I can't carry more than 2 treasures. Okay, so I'm going to have to get rid of those. Okay. So I defeated the spine fiend, so I can take that guy off of there. That's basically how fighting works. So, you know, if I'm fighting spine fiends, I probably want to go in with more than 5 or 6 warriors. Okay, so now so I've gained 2 corruption. So actually I kind of do want to gain corruption at this point. So I will get 2. Maybe that wasn't such a bad move after all. Okay, so I used this blessing badly. Yeah, so I get 2 on this Argent Oak here. And then I defeated a foe in a space adjacent to the tower, so I got 1 here. So you know what, I did 3 offerings there, so you know, maybe that wasn't such a bad move after all. Okay, so that was a battle, so now I'm going to get my 2 spirit. Okay, so I got the 3 spirit to do my quest, but I don't have any warriors or anything. I'm not really in good questing shape, so I'm going to have to visit some places to get some of those things. So now I haven't done my move yet, so I think we'll want to gain some warriors. So village is where we want to go. And so I can get down. Now I'm trying to get over to the west here, which I got still several turns to do that. And then I got to turn in 3 spirits. So the village is actually in the space I want to get to over there. Can I get there? 1, 2, 3. I can't quite get there. So you know what? I'll move a little. Well, I'm not going to move any closer, I guess. And there is no village in this region that I'm in. So I'll move here so I can clear a skull at the beginning of the next turn. And then I want to get 12 wares. So I'm going to use my Aura of Friendship so I can do any reinforce. So the Citadel normal one is taking a potion, but I'm going to do my spell so I can do anything, and that will give me 12 wares. So now I'm a little better shape for doing that quest when I get there. Although that quest, I believe I just have to spend 3 spirit to complete that quest, so that's not a tough quest. Okay, and now we're just going to drop another skull in the tower. Okay, so this time a skull popped out. And when a skull comes out, you basically place it in any of the buildings. Remember, 4 skulls in a building and it's toast. And right now I can't clear buildings with 3 skulls in them, but you know, I'm still going to put one there because I can use my special ability to remove one and then I could clear it. So I'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to have to work on getting rid of those corruption because that's a fast way to losing. Okay, so no events at the end of that turn. Okay, so back to the beginning of the turn. Beginning of my turn, I can clear a skull, so I'll clear a skull, and I won't forget this time I'll get a blessing. I need one more spirit to finish this quest over here, and I can't quite get there anyways. Yeah, maybe that was dumb. Maybe there's another Spine Fiend here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, I can't even get here. I need to get to a building though. Yeah, I think I want to get here because I do want to gear. So I'll move there. I can fight the Spine Fiend, but that'd be really risky at this point because I can't take any more corruption. So, and I can't cleanse there either. Yeah. So I was over here. Yeah, you know, it's gonna kind of a waste, but I'm gonna cleanse here because there's really nothing else I can do. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to stop at a building. And I should also reinforce here and then move because these wastelands are gonna block me from getting to the. I mean, I guess I can go to the bazaar here, but then from the bazaar, I'm gonna have to go a long way around. So to get here, I want to get here next turn. So really, what I want to do is I want to move here so that I can get here next turn. Yeah, so I guess I'll use the Citadel. That will get me, actually, the Citadel will get me the spirit I need, so I'll just do a cleanse. It's kind of a weak cleanse, but oh well. So now I'll get my 2 spirit at the end of my heroic action. And I'm at the Citadel, so I'll gain another spirit for free. Then I'll do my move. And so for my move, I'll go here. The wasteland's here, and then I'll be able to get here next turn and spend that spirit. Okay, that's it for that turn. Yeah, it's the end of my turn, so I'll drop a skull. Okay, so events. Okay, we're getting a new Spine Fiend in the east in the Decaying Wilds. Creeping Doom. Doom pervades the land. Drop 2 Doom skulls into the tower, then press continue. Ooh, that sucks. More Doom. Doom! Yeah, so that's 2 of these Doom skulls. Oh yeah, that one came out in the south. Now we gotta be a little careful here, because these guys don't come off the map. Okay, so drop that there. Okay, that's it. Now it's my turn. Okay, so I can use my banner action to remove a skull, and that will give me a blessing. Okay, and then I'm going to move 2 here. Okay, and then I'm going to do this quest, and then I can reinforce here later. So now I'm going to be questing. Okay, so when you're doing the quest, you just pick the. So I'm doing the adversary quest, and then I just have to spend 3 spirit. So I spend so lose 3 spirit here, and just hold that down to complete it. You please the nobles to avoid war have fallen on friendly ears. You're pleased to the nobles to avoid war have fallen on friendly ears. The supply of warriors is not limited. So that just keeps bad things from happening. Okay, I still need to get some gear so I can complete that other quest, but I'm guessing I'm not going to get that one done in time. Okay, and then I'm at the village. Okay, so don't forget to take my 2 spirit. And I'm at the village, so again, I can gain 6 warriors or 12. I'm going to spend 1 to get 12. Build up a good supply of warriors here, especially with the spine fiends. They use those to kill the warriors, so I make sure I got lots of those. Okay, so that's my reinforce, and that's the end of my turn. Skull dropping time. Okay, we got some new events here. A bottom seal is about to be broken. Look at the tower after pressing reveal and remove the glowing seal on the bottom level. Okay, so this is the first time this has happened, so we're going to be removing a seal from the tower, and it's either going to drop a bunch of skulls on us or reveal a glyph, and if the glyph is facing my home region, then you know, it'll have a bad effect on me, depending on which glyph it is. Usually, I think you have to spend more spirit. Okay, so this is the glyph. It's in the north, so I'm okay here. So open this guy up. So these are just little doors that come off. And now there's a glyph facing the north. Those rotate and stuff, so they don't stay in the same spot. Okay, so we got a new clan of Nirai foe in the south, and spawning in Ulamel's Hollow. I should note that if I don't take care of these guys, they get stronger, so I gotta should periodically take out bad guys if I can. Oh, we're getting some new wasteland here. Tower Scar Desert in the north. Let's see. And in the east, in Copper Grove. And the south, in Ulamel's Hollow. And the west, in Weeping Waters. Okay, we're on turn 4 here. So this is probably my last turn, most likely. I would have lost this at the end of last turn. Okay, so I'm at the village. Well, I could try to get some gear here. So I'm not gonna be able to do my banner action. There's no skulls around me. This guy's done. So I guess I want to try to get gear so I can get to this to the bazaar here to get gear. And you can split up your moves here, remember. So I can go 1, 2 here, and I can fight this guy, which I probably should do. And then use my last move to get to the bazaar and then get a gear. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's fight some clans. I'm in mountain spaces, and I'm not in a building space. So again, I don't have any advantages. So, oh, you know what? Probably not a good idea for me to fight yet. I need to get to a sanctuary and remove my corruption is what I need to do. Yeah, so roll that back here. So I actually should go to the sanctuary here. because I've almost got 5. So if I move here and I do a cleanse as my action, that gives me 2. Then I'll get 2 spirit, which gives and then I'll have 5 spirit. I can spend that 5 spirit to remove my corruption. So that's what I'm gonna do. Get rid of all my corruption here. Then I'm good to go. So okay. So now I'll drop another skull. Again, I don't have any skulls around me, but nothing on my banner action. I don't get my blessing. Got lots of warriors, no spirit at this point. So the companion quest is not going to happen. But, you know, I can fight again, and there's a Spine Fiend on a Bazaar. So I can go to the Bazaar, fight a Spine Fiend. Oh, no, I can't. This wasteland is blocking me out here. Kind of surrounded in this way. So, can't really go that way. Well, I'm in the Sanctuary, so I guess I'll reinforce where I'm standing. Otherwise, I won't be able to get anything. So in the Sanctuary, I just get a spirit. So I get a spirit. Now I could use that spirit to move farther. Oh, at the beginning of my turn, I could also... Oh, this is how I could get... You know what? Let's roll that back a bit. I'm forgetting about my special ability here. I can get out of my jam here by just... At the start of my turn, I can place my hero adjacent to the tower. And then I can get a blessing. So let's do that. Let's get a free blessing and move adjacent to the tower, because then I can do what I wanted to do. So if I can start here, then I can move 3 down here, and I can fight this Spine Fiend here and go to the Bazaar. Let's fight some more Spine Fiends, and hopefully this goes better than it did last time. Again, I don't have any advantages. I'm not in the hills. Oh, but I am at a building location, so I do get 2 wild advantages, and I've got the advantage of my blessing. So I've got 3 advantages going in to this one. So this should go much better than the last one. So I've got 3 wild advantages to spend. And wild means it doesn't matter what region I'm standing in. Okay, so let's pick that one. Let's not get a critical hit this time. Man, another critical hit. Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 of my 3 wild advantages on this. So I got no losses. I got 1 wild advantage for this last guy. Wow, these guys are like all critical hits. Okay, so I'm gonna lose 10 of my warriors. Man, I am hitting the wrong buttons on these guys. Okay, so I defeated that guy. This time I took no. Although I guess I should have taken 1. Well, I can't take 1 corruption there, but yeah, I do need 1 more corruption to finish that monument. So. Okay, so I took care of another Spine Fiend, and I'm going to go to the Bazaar. My reinforce action. Okay, so I get 2 spirit for that. Okay, so I got choices here for gear. Okay, so I can take a Brass Talisman, which will give me +1 magic advantage. I don't have any magic advantage. I can take Dusky Cloaks, which will give me a stealth advantage. This one, after I reinforce, I can remove 1 skull from a building in space. This is kind of useless to me because I'm good at doing that anyway, so I won't take that one. I can use the maps, which moves my base move to 4 instead of 3. That could be quite useful, especially with the wastelands blocking all the spaces. And then I can take a melee advantage with long swords, or I can prevent up to 2 warrior losses for battle card, which would be good in this one because we're losing lots of warriors from those. But I think getting extra move right now is probably the best thing to do. So I'm going to take the maps. So that's one of the 2. What do they need? 3 gears? 2 gears? 2 gears. I need 1 more gear. Not going to do it because I'm pretty sure that is the end of the round. Yeah, so we got events here. Tower Stir. So it's going to rotate now. So not opening up this time. It's just going to rotate and probably get some skulls on the board. So that was actually not too bad. We just got 1 skull here. So I'll throw it here. I can get rid of it right away. Middle seal is about to be broken. Okay, so we got a new seal. So it's this one here in the south, so not too bad for me. This one, there's no glyph behind this one. It's just an empty space, but there's no skulls there, so yeah, not too bad. I know there's a bunch of black skulls waiting to be released in there, so far we're getting lucky. Okay, I can spend a gear to get 3 potions. I'm not going to do that. I just got my gear, and I need that for that companion quest if this happens to not be the end of the month. I can put any number of treasures from the market on the bottom of the treasure deck and then refill it. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the... This one's not very useful to me right now, so I think I'm going to put that one on the bottom of the deck. I'll draw a new one and see what we get here. So we got Orphaned Scions Charm. Whenever a skull emerges from the tower in your current kingdom, I can get a blessing. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, I spent this. I keep forgetting to discard those. Okay, Foax, Spine Fiend Strike. Each hero loses 6 warriors if a Spine Fiend is on or adjacent to their space. I just killed the Spine Fiend that was in my space. And there's none around me, so all good there. Oh, we're up to turn 6. Oh, so I do have a chance. Oh, and I'm still standing on the Bazaar, so I can do... Okay, so banner action. Although, where is that? I mean, I'm going to be able to get the gears. I have 4 moves. Do I have spirit? I have some spirit. I might be able to do this. Okay. So use my banner action, clear the skull, which gives me a blessing. Okay, so I can move. Well, I'm standing on the Bazaar, so I'm going to do my reinforce right away and get my second gear. So we got a lot of magic, beast, and a bit of melee. Magic and beast are the biggest things we're facing, so I will take the talisman, so that'll give me a magic advantage when I'm fighting the magic things. I'm going to spend those anyways if I can manage to pull this off. Okay, so I have my 2 gear. Now I have to make it to the quest location, which is where? Where are we here? Okay, so I have to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. I can move 4, so if I spend my spirit, I can get there. Because remember, when you move, you can spend a spirit to double your move, so that means I can move up to 8. So that brings me all the way over here to the quest location. And then, okay, so I will quest, so we're going to recruit Grigor. Okay, so then I spend 2 gear, and then I can gain him as a companion, so I lose both my gears. That's okay, they're easy to get back. Okay, so complete this one. Grigor regards your proposition. As long as I get to kill monsters, you will have my blade. With a friendly punch to your shoulder, he joins your ranks. Gain Grigor as a companion. Okay, so we'll get him out of the deck. And so these guys are good to get because they give you advantages, they give you special abilities. Right, because like, oh, I forgot about this, that I could spend 2 potions to gain the top card of a treasure deck. So I really like the treasure I have though. So, yeah, so now I can spend a spirit to gain a wild advantage. I can do this 3 times per turn. Awesome. And now I got 2 melee advantages as well. So that's, and not only do you get these things, they add the, little events and stuff, good events to the events that happen. So it's always good to get these and recruit these guys if you can. Okay, that's the, so I did my quest, so now I get my 2 spirit. And I'm gonna drop a skull. Hey, oh, I got a Grieger event right away. I ran into one of the servants of the tower. They were no match for me. Remove a foe token from the board. I get to remove a Spine Fiend. Nice. So, I want to be adjacent to two things because that's also one of the things I got to work on. I'll remove this one because this one's not going to help me with that. Okay, now I got another choice. This offers me a choice. Permanently reduce the market by 2. By 2? Well, the market's already 2 as it is. Or each hero loses 3 treasure. Now, the thing here is if I can't lose the 3 treasure. Anytime you can't pay something, you take a corruption. But I need to take one more corruption. Okay, so I really like this treasure. So this is going to suck, but I can't reduce the market by 2. Because then I've got no treasures anymore. So I'm going to lose 3 treasure. Okay, so I'll lose my treasure. And I'll gain a corruption. My new corruption is you cannot spend more than 4 advantages per turn. That's not a big deal. It's really hard to get that many advantages here. Okay, so now I've got enough offerings on this Argent Oak, so I can build this now. Oh, and it's lost a treasure too. So that puts an offering on this one here. Okay, foe acts. Clan of Nurei strike. Each hero loses 1 spirit if a clan of Nurei is on or adjacent to their space. Nobody's on or adjacent to me right now, so I'm all good, I think. Yeah, good there. Oh, more Wasteland. Okay, in the north, we got Lower Ice Fangs. Bleak Wastes in the east. Oh, losing that treasure is going to hurt me here. In the south, then Archmont. And Cloudhold in the west. Okay, so that's the end of the month. And we're going to go on to month 3. Okay, so we got the new quest for the month. The Lost Shrine. Hacken pulls you aside to tell you something secret. There's a lost shrine that appears 1 month a year. Go there and show piety. This will help speed things along. Keep this secret task. Complete the Wani's Way dungeon to place offerings on foundation. So that's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to spawn a dungeon here. Okay, so we need a shrine in east in Duwani. Okay, Adversary quest. Happy birthday, Issa. Issa demands proper tribute on the anniversary of his birth. Task. Quest in the Forest of Shades and use 2 magic advantages or Issa's gifts will leave the treasure market bare. Okay, so that's there. Alright, month 2 begins. Oh, and I didn't move this. That didn't go very far, the companion quest. Okay, so there's no skulls around me, so I can't do my banner action, and I don't get my wild advantage. Beginning of the month, so I will get 3. I think I'm going to start using this. These protection tokens. Obviously, that's getting pretty tough. I'm going to use the other 2 that I've been using, so I'll gain a blessing and when I reinforce, I can reinforce any building. Okay, so 2 magic advantages. I've got no magic advantages because I lost the gear where I had that. Well, I guess if I have wild advantage, I can use wild advantages for magic advantages. And then the Lost Shrine, I just have to go there and do that. So that one, I've got Spirit. That's close to me. Maybe I should do that one because I've got some Spirit. Got a bunch of Warriors. I've got it's on a building space, so I'll have 2 wild advantages from Haken, and I'll have melee advantages from Grigor. So, and then I can use my bless. I can use my spell to give me a blessing if I want, because I don't, this turn I'm not getting a blessing. Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to start. Oh, and I can also build my monument. So it's the Argent Oak. So I have to be in that space. And I can use a builds a heroic action, a new heroic action this expansion. Oh, so it's not too far from me. It's right here. So, probably do that on turn 2. So probably makes most sense for me to, on turn 1, to go here and do the dungeon, which would be good because we haven't done a dungeon yet, so you can see how that works. So I'll move my 2. I'll have 1 move after, so I'll start moving this way, so the next turn I can get to the Argent Oak there. And I'm in a building space, so I can do my reinforcement stuff. So it probably makes sense to do the reinforce before I do my action, because I can get 6 more warriors. Okay, so done my reinforce, and now we're going to do the quest here. Okay, so to do that, you hit the quest button, and that will bring up any of the dungeons that are around. So this is the only one that's in. Okay, so how these work is you're going to have to find your way through the dungeon. So you're going to pick spots, and every time you pick a spot, you're going to have to pay the price. So it's kind of like fighting. You have to pay a cost. And yeah, so I've gone in here with I guess I can use this at any time during my turn if I need an extra. I can get that blessing at any time during my turn if I need the extra advantages. But yeah, I'll have the 2 wild from here. I've got 2 melee advantages, and that's pretty much all I've got going in there. Okay, so I'll just pick a spot. So I'm going to go this way. Okay, it says lose a potion and a warrior. Oh, I don't have a potion. That's not good. Okay, so I've got 2 wild advantages I can spend here. Oh, so my melee advantages are useless. The only advantages I can spend here are magic, so I've got my wild one. I'm gonna have to spend my advantage here. Hopefully that potion goes away. Okay, so I used my 1 advantage and I gain a potion instead of losing one, which is awesome because in case I have to lose another one. The potion I got here is spend to move any hero up to 3 spaces. Okay, so now I can continue. So I can keep going this way, or I can go that. I'm going to keep going this way. Lose 6 warriors. Okay, I'll do that. I've done that one. Oh, this is a pretty straightforward dungeon. Hopefully I'm going the right way. Lose 5 more warriors. Seven warriors. Well, I still have 7 to lose, so I might as well lose them. Save my advantages for something I can't do. Two spirit and 6 warriors. I have the spirit, but I don't have the warriors, so I'm going to have to use my advantage. No losses. Now I'm in trouble here. Now, the thing about the dungeons is, if I leave the dungeon, I don't have to go through it all again. I can just, next turn, I can just continue where I left off. Let's keep going, though. Okay, so I found the spot. So the altar glows under the moonlight as you bow and give thanks. Oh, couldn't have happened there. So the Lost Shrine. You find the lost altar and give thanks to the Ancient Ones. Add an offering token to 2 different foundations. Okay, so let's bump these two up. Oh, I'm 2 offerings away from having my 3. At least the monuments will be ready to build, and then I can go build them. Okay, so I completed the Lost Shrine. Okay, so I'll get my 2 spirit for after my action there. Shrine is done. That's the end of my turn. I will drop another skull. Okay, skull came out over here. Tower stirs. It's going to rotate. Nothing popped out. Yeah, so nothing really from that. Okay, now top seal is going to be broken. This one here. Oh, and I got a black skull. Okay, let's drop that there. New wares. Put any number of treasures from the market on the bottom of the treasure deck, then refill the deck. I think I'm good with what's there. Okay, so banner action. I've got no skulls around me. So nothing I can do there. Oh, I was supposed to move one after the end of my last turn. I forgot to do that. So I should actually be here. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move here. I'm going to use my heroic action to build the ancient oak. Or argent oak, sorry. Okay, so these come off. So I'm going to flip this card. And now I'll have a new special reinforced action at that location. Now, not only do I get this, it'll still... Now I will actually be able to use the regular building reinforce or this new one. So the reinforce here is gain a spirit for free or spend any number of items to remove an equal number of your corruptions. Cool, so I could spend a potion to do that, actually. Okay, so I'll move this. Now this is here. Okay, so I'll get my 2 spirit. Okay, so for free, I could gain a spirit, or I could spend or I can get rid of, I could spend this potion to get rid of this curse. Or I can do, the regular, it's a sanctuary space. So I could do the regular sanctuary reinforce, which is spend 5 to remove all my corruptions. Okay, so it's actually a little bit of a better, it's kind of like a better sanctuary. Since I've done my move and I can't really do anything else, you know what? I will discard this potion and get rid of this corruption. Seems like a good deal. Wasn't going to use that potion really anyways. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got a lot of spirit here, so I think I'm gonna want to go unlock something next turn. Spend our skull here. All right, tower's rotating again. Nothing much going on there. Okay. Okay, now I've got a glyph in front of me here. You can't really see it in the camera. But there is a glyph in front of me, the top one. While this glyph is in front of me here, I've got to spend an extra. I got to spend a spirit just to do questing. I already did my quest, so yay. But I still have to do the faux quests. So then I'll have to spend a spirit to do that. So where am I here? So I still no skulls around me. So I want to get to a citadel. So I think I will do a cleanse and then kind of open up that. So I think I'll move 3 here. do my cleanse. Clear off these skulls. Gives me 2 spirit. And then the reinforce. I'm in the Citadel, so I'm going to spend 5 here. And then that'll let me unlock one of these 3 here. So let's see what I got for these abilities. So I've got once per turn, when you cast a spell, gain the top card of the treasure deck. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm leaning towards that one. I can prepare invocations, so that's these. So let's see what these do. So these work just like spells. Bait the Darkness. Remove a seal from the tower, return any skull that emerges to the supply, and then replace the seal. That's not bad. Celestial Jaunt. Place your hero on any space with a quest marker. That's pretty good too. Place a foe that is on your space on any other space, and remove a savage or lethal foe. Okay, so those are pretty good. I think I'm going to wait a bit for those. I don't have any savage or lethal foes, so there's a couple. There's maybe one in there. That's okay. Whenever you cast a spell, gain a blessing. I think I want the treasure one. Okay, so I'm going to unlock this treasure one. So once per turn, when I cast a spell, I gain the top card of the treasure deck. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, I'll drop a skull. So that one popped out over here. Got some events. Tower is about to rotate again. Oh my. Skulls galore. So I got another black skull here. A regular one. All coming out on the same side here. The glyph went away. So my glyph went away, the top ones, but a bunch of skulls came out. Yeah, so I'm good for, I don't have the penalty anymore, so that's good. Breaking middle seal now. So that one's right here. Oh! More skulls. They're all coming out now. I was getting lucky there for a while. The skulls were all kind of hanging out in there. Now they're raining down. Okay, so I'll throw them. Okay, the Spine Fiends are getting stronger now, so they're now savage. So that means their battle cards are more difficult. Their battle cards are pretty difficult to begin with. I keep getting criticals on those, so. Then the dragon. Oh, we got a dragon. Great. Okay, so the dragon is in Ash Hills in the west. Just along the river. Over here. Oh, now we're going to be needing some wasting in here. At some point, it's just going to be impossible to move anywhere in this game. East, we got the King Wilds. So I guess we're going to want to get the teleport. That's what those teleport cards are for, I guess. South, we want Bone Hills. West, we got Ash Hills. That's where the dragon is. And that's it. So, well, we got to go do the foe quest. Where's the foe again? So the foe is in Forest of Shades. Let's see, I'm here. And I got to get to... Okay, so I gotta get up here. Can I get there? 1, 2. I can get there. Again, I can't do my clan. I don't. There's no skulls around me, and I'm not gonna end on a building space, so I should do the Citadel action reinforce. I don't have enough to gain another virtue. That would be nice, but I can get a potion for free, so I'll get a potion. And so I got Potion of Fortune's Favor, so I can spend this to gain a wild advantage. That's pretty good. 3 along the top here to here. And I've got 3 spells here, so hero gains a blessing. Let's try out these protection things. So I'll spend this spell. I don't want these protection tokens. Drop that here. So now that can't get corrupted. I gotta start doing that I only get to do that once a month, so it's not that huge a deal, really. And I'm gonna gain, with my new special ability, I'll gain once a turn I can do this. Wow, I can get treasures like crazy. Okay. So I got this one. When you gain a potion, look at the top 4 cards of the potion deck and choose one, put the rest on the bottom, and I got a humanoid advantage here, so okay. Okay, and then I'm in the foe space. So I am going to do the adversary quest here. And so I just need 2, I've got 2 wild, space with buildings. I need 2 wild advantages here. So I need 2 magic advantages. We got wild advantages in hills. Maybe I can't do this yet. Oh, right here. So this card lets me spend 1 spirit to gain a wild advantage, and I can do that 3 times a turn. And my potion, so I'm just going to spend 2 spirit. That'll give me the 2 wild advantage I need to complete this. Happy birthdays. You send a few trinkets to keep up appearances, but save the good stuff for yourself. The treasure market is not emptied. Okay, so that's that quest. So I'll get 2 spirit. Okay, and I did my reinforce everything. Yeah, so that's it for that. So now I'll just drop a skull in the tower. Okay, pop that over here. Here's okay, I got a new choice here for my Isa. I can make the next month 2 turns shorter, or we each lose 30 heroes. I only have 2 warriors, so I'm going to lose 30 warriors here and take a corruption. So my new corruption is I cannot carry more than 2 potions. Okay, that's not that bad a thing. And I think I did the corruption one already, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, full power increases. The power of the clan in Nura has increased, so now they're savage. Everything's getting stronger. Okay, so done those 2 quests. Okay, so now I really got to work on these guys. So do we have any foes that are adjacent to there is to the tower right now? Spend or lose a treasure. I don't think we have any monsters that are adjacent to the tower right now. Yeah, that's kind of a tough one. Unless you have a special ability that allows you to move one. Yeah, no, it's kind of dumb too. And I put the protection adjacent here. So if a monster shows up in this square, it's not going to show up there. So it wasn't too bright. So we should probably fight some monsters here. I've got no warriors. Okay, I got to get some warriors first. So which means I got to get to a village and then fight some monsters. So I can move 1, 2, 3 down to here. Then I won't be able to fight anything there. And do I have my... I think I have my spell for the reinforce, so I can just go to any building. So is there any monsters near a building I need? It's a monster here. So I move here 1, 2, 3. That's 4 to get there. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, these wasteland. Okay, here. 1, 2. Got some spirits. I could double my move and kind of which will give me 6 moves. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then end my turn here, fight that guy. So I think I'll do that. Spend a spirit, because I can stop off the village here. So I'll spend spirit for the move. You know what? I'm going to spend a spirit at the village to get the 12 warriors. Should give me enough to fight that monster. Then I'll use the rest of my move here, and this is a clan. I haven't fought these guys yet. So and I'll use my heroic action to fight the clan guys. Fight these guys. Okay, and so the square I'm in, it's not hills. So I got 2 wild advantages. I got 2 melee. I can spend spirit to get wild advantages with his ability here. And then I got a potion and I got a spell. So yeah, a few things here I can use to get some more. Oh, and I got a humanoid advantage too. Okay. So yeah, and this guy's humanoid. So I can use my humanoid advantage. So I've basically got, I'm not on a building space, right? Oh, okay. So actually, I forgot this guy's only good on building spaces. Okay, so humanoid. So I've got 1 advantage here, and then I've got my potion, and then I can get a blessing, so I can get up to 3. Not the greatest. Okay, so this is a level 3 monster. So I've picked 3 cards now for this guy. So I gotta get through 3. So lose 7 warriors. So I think I'll lose 7. I don't have a lot of advantages here to spend. 15 warriors and 2 spirit. I can't do that, so I will spend my humanoid advantage here. And I'll try, and then I'll spend my spell, or my potion here. Gives me, well, you know what? Sometimes you have to give up potions, so maybe I'll hang on to that. And I'll use this spell here. So that gives me the blessing, which I'll use right away, but I also get a free treasure. So I can do that once a turn. So now I have Spy Master's Journal. So at the start of our turn, I can spend spirit to flip one of my inactive virtues if you do flip it back at the end. Oh, so that's pretty cool. And I got a stealth advantage, which doesn't help me for this, but okay, so I'll get me 1 more advantage here. So I can lose 5 warriors and a spirit. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Okay, last one. 1 at a time, drop 3 skulls into the tower. Okay, so now I'll spend this and make this a little bit better. So I'll drop 1 at a time, 2 skulls into the tower. Goes here. Okay. All right, so we beat those guys. Get my 2 spirit. Haken has devised a new formula and just needs some raw materials. The hero with Haken may spend a gear to gain 3 potions. I don't have a gear. I ran into one of the servants of the tower. They were no match for me. Remove a foe token from the board. Clan of Neriah. Oh, perfect. I get 2 of those off the board. Okay, I want to use this last spell to get another treasure. You know, I think I'm just gonna get some. Oh, so I can use my banner action this turn. So cleanse that. I'm gonna get a blessing. Yeah. Okay. Let's spend a spirit. so I can move farther. So I can move 6, and I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to, well, actually, you know what, 1, 2, 3, probably want to move here. 4, yeah, because I want to get some more warriors. I guess I'll do a cleanse. It's not a very efficient one. I'll do a cleanse. I'll get my 2 things here. And again, I'll spend the one of them to get the 6, or to get the 12 warriors. Hey, so we got Spine Fiend in the Grass Sea. Okay, good. There's a guy. I needed that. We got the Wasteland stuff again. Still here. Oh yeah, I got Creeping Doom again. Gotta drop 2 Doom Skulls. So here, got a lot of Doom Skulls in this area. Not good. Oh yeah, and that's the end of the month. So I think I've shown you a good chunk of the game. I've shown you how the new expansion works. You know, I don't think there's anything I haven't done besides fighting the main foe. And the main foe works basically, you fight him like the monsters, except he retains damage. So typically you're not going to beat the main foe in one turn. It's going to take you several turns, but he retains the damage you do. So every card you beat on him will stay beaten until when you come back. But otherwise, I've shown you everything else on how this game goes. So I'll just stop here. Again, as usual, thanks for watching, and I will follow this up with the review of the expansion. Thank you.